PenFed is the third largest credit union in the US and is known to offer high credit limits, easy approvals, and even bankruptcy friendly. But here's what sets them apart. Anyone can join. No military connection is required. In this video, I'm breaking down every PenFed credit card so you can make the best choice for your wallet. So if you're worried about denials, low credit limits, or if PenFed is even worth it for you, I'm giving it all. You want to stick around to the very end because I'm also revealing 3 insider tips that will get you more rewards, more access to cash, and higher credit limits. When I started building my credit, I could never understand why I got denied, even though I checked all the boxes. It seems like I couldn't get the system on my side until I discovered credit unions are way more generous compared to the big banks. That's where PenFed comes in. Here's what you need to know to join. By the name, you might have think that you need to be an active duty member, work for the Pentagon, or have some special government affiliation to join. But that's not the case at all. Anyone can join PenFed. All you gotta do is provide some basic information, open up a savings account with a $5 deposit, and boom, you're in. And once you're in for life. That's the beauty of it. And you have access to a range of great products, including their high limit credit cards. Now, I'm gonna be upfront with you. Joining PenFed can be a bit of a hassle if all of your information doesn't line up perfectly. I had some issues myself when I joined because my driver's license didn't match my current home address, so I had to provide additional documents like a utility bill or a lease agreement. But get this, my utilities were in my wife's name, so that dragged out the process even longer. In the end, I had to get my name added onto a utility account and get a new driver's license just to make sure everything lines up. So if your personal info does not line up perfectly, make sure you fix that before joining, which will make it so much more easy. So after joining, here's what you need to know to get approved for one of their cards. Ideally, you want to aim for a credit score of 680 and above, but data shows that you still might be able to get approved with a score in the low 600s. If your score is on the lower end, towards the end of this video, I'll go over some strategies that'll put you in a better position for approval. For those who had bankruptcies in the past, many data points show that people with a bankruptcy discharged between 4 to 12 months ago are still getting approved for credit cards. Ideally, you should wait at least 2 years after discharge, but again, your experience might vary because everybody's credit profile is different. So to expand on this a little bit further, PenFed, they pull from your Equifax 9 credit score. The best place to get this score for free is through Navy Federal, if you are a member. But if not, you could also purchase it through myfico.com. FICO 9 is different from other scoring models because it accounts for paid collections, ignores medical ones, and considers reported rent and utility payments. That's a big deal if you're someone with a negative account on your credit, but not able to remove it. So before we dive into the specific PenFed credit cards, here's how we're gonna rank them. S tier is considered a top of the line card. A means excellent. B means your solid, average, everyday card. C is below average. F means that it's just not worth your time. Alright, so now let's get into the rankings. If you ever carried a balance on your credit cards, you know how hard it is to escape high interest debt. For example, a $10,000 balance on a card with a 20% interest rate will cost you over $2,000 in interest in a year if you only make minimum payments. Most cards don't offer any breaks from these high rates, and it becomes a cycle that's hard to break. That's where the Gold Visa card can help. This card offers a buffer from high interest for those who need it, providing a 0% introductory APR for balance transfers made within the first 15 months. This can be a huge help if you need time paying off existing balances without adding more interest to the mix. After the intro period, you get a lower APR than most basic cards, so it still holds a solid option for ongoing use. Here's how it works in real life. PenFed has a calculator and it shows how much interest that you can save by transferring your balance during the promo period. If you have a $10,000 balance with a current interest rate of 20%, by transferring that amount to the Gold card, you're gonna save almost $2,000, including the 3% balance transfer fee. That is from the first to last day of the promotional period. Now, here's another important detail that you wanna keep in mind. There's no annual fee, so it's a card that you can keep around without worrying about any extra costs. However, it is important to note that this card does not offer any rewards or cashback, so it's really designed for people focusing on managing debt. I would rank the Gold Visa card in the B tier because it's only good for the 0% APR in the first 15 months. Then after that, there's really no other benefits aside from possibly a lower interest rate. Now, if you want more than just low interest, like earning cashback rewards as well, then you're gonna love our next card. You know all too well how frustrating it is when you're spending money daily and not seeing any return on it. Whether it's groceries, gas, or daily purchases, your money just disappears. The Power Cash Rewards solve this by giving you cash back on everything. If you're a PenFed Honors Advantage member, you get 2% cash back on all purchases. Honor Advantage members get access to higher cash back, waive annual fees, and more travel that are reserved only for members. I'll show you how to get access to this a little bit later in the video. Now, even if you're not a member, you can still earn 1.5% cash back across the board. This means that you will actually see returns every time you use your card, whether it is for a cup of coffee or a big screen TV. Also, you can get a $100 bonus. Just spend $1,500 within the first 90 days. If you were to do the math, this is about a 6% return. It's decent, but not as competitive compared to other cards on the market. Like the gold card, there is an intro offer on balance transfers. I think this makes up for the underwhelming welcome bonus because you get a 0% intro APR for the first 12 months, but just keep in mind that there is a 3% fee for each transfer. Now, I would place the Power Cash Rewards in the B tier as well, since it is fairly average. Even if you're an Honors Advantage member, getting 2% cashback is nice, but there are plenty of other 2% cashback credit cards out there. Plus, those even give you longer intro 0% offers. The key thing that separates this card from other cards in this class is that you can get a 100% statement credit whenever you spend $1,500. That is a nice touch because most cards that offer a flat percentage cashback rarely ever give you a bonus. The Power Cash Rewards card is great for simple cashback on everyday purchases. But if you spend most on gas and groceries, there's a better card that can maximize your rewards in those categories. Gas prices are always going up and grocery bills can easily eat up a huge chunk of your monthly budget, especially if you're shopping for a family. The last card that we talk about gives you standard rewards, but it didn't focus on these everyday categories. Entering the chat is the Platinum Rewards Visa Signature card. This card is made to reward your spending where it matters the most. 5x points on gas and EV charging, so whether you're filling up or charging your card, this card will help you rack up those points fast. But it doesn't stop there, you also earn 3x points at supermarkets. What makes this card unique is that it also includes Walmart and Target, two stores that are usually excluded from many reward programs. You also get 3x points on dining and entertainment, including restaurants, streaming services, and cable, and 1x on other purchases. On top of the rewards, you get a 15,000 point sign-up bonus after spending $1,500 within the first 90 days. This is a valuation between $127 to $150 in rewards, depending on how you redeem them. PenFed points are valued slightly a bit different than others, because if you were to use them towards travel, you get the best value at around 0.87 cents per point. For merchandise or gift cards, is around 0.85 cents per point. I would place the Platinum Rewards card in the A tier because the reward system is really good and competitive to most credit cards out there. This card is great for daily spending, but if you love to travel, you need to consider the next card. The Pathfinder Rewards card is built for the frequent traveler. With this card, you earn 4x points on travel purchases if you're a PenFed Honors Advantage member, and 3x points if you're not. That's competitive with many of the top travel cards out there. And the perks don't stop there. This card comes with a 50,000 point sign-up bonus when you spend $3,000 within the first 90 days. That is worth between $425 and $500 depending on how you use your rewards. That makes this card the best sign-up bonus PenFed offers. What makes this card even more attractive to travelers are the additional perks. You get a $100 annual domestic air travel credit, which you can use towards things like baggage fees or in-flight purchases. Plus, this card gives you a $120 global entry or TSA pre-check statement credit, which means that you're gonna be flying through airport security much faster. To make your trips more comfortable, you get priority pass lounge access, giving you a spot to relax and get some food before your flight. While this card does have a $95 annual fee, if you're an Honors Advantage member, that fee is completely waived. Now, even if you're not, the annual travel credit alone cancels out the cost, making this card a no-brainer. I believe this is the best card that PenFed has, so I would place this in the S tier, just due to the fact that you get a lot of benefits, especially your annual fee can be $0 if you're an Honors Advantage member. So if you're not a PenFed Honors Advantage member, you're gonna be missing out on a lot of added benefits. Things like higher cashback rates, waived annual fees, and more travel that are all reserved only for members. Without it, you're gonna be leaving a lot of money on the table, especially if you're gonna be using their cards regularly. The good news is, becoming a PenFed Honors Advantage member is pretty straightforward, and there are a couple ways to qualify. First, the easiest way to qualify is to have some sort of the connection with the military. Whether you're an active duty, honorable discharge, or retired, you automatically required for Honors Advantage. Now, if you don't have any military ties, you can still become a member by opening up a PenFed Access America checking account. Now, there is a potential $10 monthly fee with this account, but here's how to avoid it. Set up a monthly direct deposit of $500 or more, or maintain a daily balance of $500. Either of these steps will waive the monthly fee, and you're gonna be able to enjoy all of the perks. The thing is that PenFed wants you to use their credit union as your primary banking source. By doing so, they reward you for it with better rates, waived fees, and exclusive benefits. These perks makes their credit cards so much more worthwhile. If you want to maximize the value from PenFed cards, becoming a PenFed Honors Advantage member is a must. After setting up Honors Advantage, here are some insider tips to extract even more value. One of the issues with regular credit cards is that they limit how much cash that you can actually access. Most issuers will let you withdraw only 20 to 50% of your credit limit. This can be a problem if you need physical cash. On top of that, you're often hit with hefty cash advance fees that will eat into your available credit. With PenFed credit cards, they have a unique advantage where they will allow you to use 100% of the credit limit as a cash advance. So if you have a $10,000 limit, you can withdraw the entire amount if needed. Plus, PenFed does not charge any cash advance fees, unlike most issuers. This means that you're not losing money on extra fees just to access your own credit. While there is no fee for cash advances, just keep in mind that the interest rate for cash advances will still be similar to your card's regular APR. But avoiding those cash advance fees can save you hundreds of dollars compared to what other cards might charge. Now, when it comes to approvals, if your credit score is below 650, wait at least 6 months after becoming a member before applying. PenFed, they value customer relationships. The more products that you have with PenFed, the better chances of you getting approved. This means by getting a checking account, setting up direct deposit, and keeping your accounts in good standing, because each step strengthens your relationship with them. For those with good credit, you're already in a good spot. Once you become a PenFed member, you can just go ahead and apply for the credit card right away. There's really no harm in it. In fact, PenFed has been known to approve 2 credit cards with just 1 hard credit check. After you get your first card, wait at least a week before applying for the second one. Sometimes PenFed will even pre-approve you for another card without even having to ask. Now, when it comes to credit limits, PenFed allows you to get a combined credit limit of up to $50,000 across all of your cards, with a max of $25,000 per individual card. This gives you more flexibility when it comes to transactions and a great way of keeping your credit utilization low, which is something that can improve your credit score. If you're thinking about increasing your credit limit, wait at least 6 months after you receive your first card. This gives PenFed time to see your payment history and build that trust. After that, you can usually request double your current limit, but remember, PenFed will mostly cap any individual card at $25,000. The downside with requesting a credit limit increase is that it will result in a hard inquiry on your credit report. So make sure that you time your request carefully to avoid impacting your score at the wrong moment. So that's exactly everything that you need to know about PenFed credit cards. But none of this matters if you can't get approved. If your credit score is lower than 600, you're gonna have a difficult time getting any credit card. So watch these videos here if you want to learn how to fix your credit and never get denied again.